get angleized here. Oh, 3 minutes early. I thought I was going to be like 10 minutes late. But, worked out. Give people a chance to climb on board, too. Do all the climbings. Alright. I gotta set the mood. We're not at our usual table. I forgot to bring my reserve sign. Oh, what's this commercial for? A whatnot shop? What the actual F is a whatnot shop? Alright, when it's candlelight, we'll have a candlelight dinner. Candlelight coffee. Bam! Sweet! Oh, shut up, commercial. I did not know that they had comms here. I should have known, but they had them snuck in their ears like Secret Service. So they're communicating. So Mercedes told Haley, Bror's here. I love it. Love it. Love it. I love being special. Being special is cool. Even if it's in your own mind. Unless you're an asshole. Then you're not so special. Alright, let's build this coffee. We'll get all the hellos out of the way. And like it said in the heading there, we're going to do a AMA. Ask me anything. Because I kind of know what the obvious questions and the obvious topics are going to be. And I really didn't want to climb all over that. But I do have an official statement, which I will do after the first sip of coffee activities. Let's get that. 2 sugars and 1 phony sugar. Yeah, it is my property. To tell you the truth, I think I'm going to wean myself off the artificial sweetener. I've been reading some reports that are less than, I mean, it's artificial, but they say, I was reading something about stevia. And stevia in and of itself is derived from a plant, but leave it to, you know, corporations to F with it. What the heck was that? Some woman just ran up behind a dude and slapped him in the back of the head, like right on his neck fat. What the hell was that? I would have come out swinging. Maybe he's used to that. Must be used to getting slapped by his woman. But that's funny, you know, when a woman slaps a dude, that's hilarious. He slaps her back. Oh my God! But, you know, equal rights and equal lefts. Shouldn't put your hands on anyone. Alright, let's see. Are we good? Nope. We are going to go for the twofer. Then we'll do that part. Bam! Bam! Oh yeah, it's getting unruly over there. It is unruly AF. Alright, so we got everyone on board. Getting people on board. What we got? 61 people. Alright. Oh, I fat fingered the F out of that. The absolute F out of it. So we're gonna do this. Bwomp. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. I felt that was coming. Feel a little sloppy today. Let me dab this one up. Bump. Alright. Under control. Let's not get carried away. Now leave. She gave him the bill. And I'm like, leave. Now leave so I can have my proper friggin' seat. Alright, let's get this out of the way. What a friggin' mess. Bror Fredrik, come on now. Alright. This actually bothers me. Does it bother you too? Alright. Now we're in good shape. I will hide the mess. You ever spill a cup of coffee at the house and it smells like cat pee until you you put like dish soap and everything all over it? I don't know why. As much as I love coffee, spilled coffee smells like cat pee. Alright. Let's trigger this here. Bwomp. Let's put it over yonder. And let's turn this camera around. Bonk. What up? What's up, people? Okay, so let's have some coffee. like I said, it's AMA day. But I am going to talk about the obvious for a second, just a statement. You know, if you indulge me, because I know it's on everyone's hearts and minds, and I don't want to avoid said situation. We all know what I'm talking about, right? The horrible event that happened. But at the same time, you know, there is spankage issues. Not like I give a shit, really. I mean, if they were like, whatever, and they spank my channel, they can just eat a bag. You know? I mean, I don't do this for the money, trust me. I mean, it costs me money to do this. I do it because I like getting out of the house, and I love seeing all you people. Is the hair looking good? It's at that length now. Like, I crew cut it up, and it's at that length where it's starting to, like, lay over a little bit. I kind of like that look. I'm with you on that. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. But, at the same time, yeah, why not? Let's jump in. Let me say some hellos. A couple of people will get on. How you doing? I actually said that to someone the other day. I'm like, how you doing? I was in, where the hell was I? I was in a UPS store, and someone said hello, and like my first reaction was, how you doing? And that woman was like, she like melted a second. You could tell she was like a Friends fan. She like melted for a second, then gathered herself, and then she was like, it was cool. So it must have an effect. So I'm gonna keep with it. Let's say hello to Mary Leathers and Janice. And Maria Ann, thank you for the pre-game 10 Bananagramas, and thank you, Mary, for the pre-game Venmo. Always appreciated. That all goes towards parking and obviously the coffee. Val Marie, all the mods are here. Arthur, how you doing? Tom Lars, buddy. Chaotic Rich. Chanel Fischel, Sony, Rocky, Kevin, Captain Lope, Kyle. I was just thinking about you today. I was just thinking about you today. I'm like, I wonder how Kyle is. I haven't seen Kyle in a while. On my desk, I had something that you sent me, an envelope, and it was just sitting there, and I was like, hope Kyle's all right. So now I know you're right. So, alleviation. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Thomas Helm, how are you? Tossing up the blessings and the prayers for you, brother. Kim Andrews, Gary M, Marie Bella, how are you? How you doing? Let's see. Paramom, everyone got their names back. That's awesome. Like YouTube, you know, corrected that thing. They sifted through all the accounts and they find out, are those Costco sunglasses? They're, I don't know, could be. Those are Maui Gyms. Yeah, I think so. Maui Gym, up in the corner there. I mean, they are fingerprint magnets and they are hard to clean. Not like the pair that the valet stole at Badara. Those were not fingerprint magnets, but it doesn't matter how many times you clean it. It's like, I looked at it, it has a fingerprint. If I go like this, it gets a fingerprint. They're weird, but they look cool. Let's see. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the YouTube algorithm police straightened everything out. I mean, everyone lost subscribers. I lost like 30 or 40. Basically, those subscribers were people who were claiming to be over 18 and yet under 18, or they were bots. That was why everyone's handles in the chat were all screwed up. So that's all squared away. But I'm used to losing people. I wear it as a badge of honor. How weird that is. I must have pissed some people off today. Because, well, how's the expression go? The more society drifts from the truth, the more the people that speak it are hated. And I think we witnessed that pretty recently. Them boils. Is this lifestyles of the rich and famous? Robin Leach. Remember Robin Leach? He was a freak. I can tell you stories. Should I tell you stories about Robin Leach? He used to be a patron at this restaurant bar I owned. He used to always rent the private room. I got stories. Nah, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. Extreme window tinting, what's up? Jim Wolf. Man, drop your name in there. I want to say hello. I want to do all the hellos. Anthony Ranch, what's going on? Shout out Warrington. All Classics Dave in the house. AZ Gator. Carrie Wilson. Yeah, didn't win that. Dude, you're supposed to win that Powerball. Did someone win it? Did someone win that $2 billion? And after taxes, it's like 400 million. I'll take 400 million. I'm good with that. Venus and Jim with the 10. Thank you very much. SJL. Alright. BSKY. Jeff 5599. I like that. Slot of inches. WA slot of inches. What? Who's hollering? Who's hollering me up? Tony B, what up? Mikey likes Vegas. How you doing? I'm gonna say that to everyone. I'm not gonna say it to dudes though. Dudes take that the wrong way. How you doing? Can't imagine why. Alright, let me get a little coffee in me. Let me switch over to all chat. 2 people won it? They had to split it? Oh, that must suck. Would I be pissed? Damn, I could have got that whole $2 billion. I have to split $1 billion. I gotta split it with someone else who only get $1 billion. I think $1 billion you get 482 million if you take it outright instead of an annuity. I could live off it. I mean, I would probably like reinvest it. I'd buy a lot of Bitcoin. Number one, I don't know why, leave it to, I don't know, Humane Society or something. But anyway. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. So, we are going to do AMA. I'll set the ground rules in a second, but let's get the obvious out of the way. You ready to get the obvious out of the way? All right. I'm not like in my normal seat, so I'm not in my normal groove per se, but they're leaving. So I know our girl, Mercedes, is going to clean that table up. She knows Lex sitting there. No, he's disappearing to go do something. Oh, that's cool. He's getting them to pay the check. Good man. All right, the obvious. Something horrendous happened. Should I comment on it? Will I comment on it? Do I have opinions on it? Abso-freaking-lutely. Of course I have opinions on it. Am I gonna talk about it? I contemplated it, but then I was like, no. The only thing I would have to say is, I mean, tragic, beyond tragic. It's been heavy on a lot of people's hearts. However, it's been very light on some people's hearts. That's my statement. If you as a human are taking joy, celebrating, feeling good, well, no, that type of person does not have joy. Joy comes from God, and obviously it's godless behavior. So happy. If you're happy, if you're excited, if you're tingly, if you're inspired to make a video about it, if you believe he had it coming, if you believe all the rhetoric that's being spewed, and you feel like you did, something great for society, if you're celebrating this event, if you're taking any pleasure in a political assassination, you are, how would I say? How would I articulate that? You are like the lowest piece of shit on earth. I've scraped better things than you off my shoes. I've actually thrown out the shoes rather than clean them. Fuck you. But I'm not here to judge you, because whether you believe in God, whether you believe in the afterlife, all of you who celebrated this event, this political assassination, and you think it's cool or good or deserving, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, what your beliefs are politically, but if you're celebrating a political assassination, yeah, fuck you. But whether you believe in God, whether you believe there's a heaven and hell, doesn't change the fact that there is. See, here's the thing you're not thinking about. It does not change the fact that there is God and there is heaven and hell. And you will be judged. And from what I understand, hell sucks. Eternal damnation is pretty bad. I would highly, highly, highly recommend repenting and getting on the right side of things and realizing the error of your ways and getting back in God's good graces so you stand a chance and do it with sincerity. I'm not here to judge you or anyone else, but you are a piece of shit presently, and fuck you presently. But there's still opportunity for you to change and repent and get on the right side of God, whether you believe in someone's opinion or not. A political assassination is a political assassination. There's no joy in that. I would take no joy. I can't even imagine taking joy in such an event, regardless of who it was. I don't know anyone who would take joy, even if they were diametrically opposed to the other person's opinion. Would they laugh, joke, or whatever in this case? I don't know anyone like that, so it's unfathomable to me. All I can say is fuck you. But at the same time, you have to deal with the repercussions. You know you're a piece of shit now. Your life and your behavior reflects that. You probably associate with pieces of shit. But again, there's hope for you. You weren't the one who did it. So I hope you find God. I hope you, even if you believe in that whole karma bullshit, like karma's bullshit. Karma's bullshit. You just reap what you sow. It's biblical. Oh, the great universe. Yeah, okay, the great universe and karma. So even if you believe in the great universe and karma, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, wishing harm or celebrating harm on a fellow human being, regardless of whether you agreed or disagreed, would fall under the category of fuck around and find out. It would also fall into the category of fuck you. It would also fall into the category of pretty bad karma, if that's your thing. But see, these type of people who are reveling and celebrating the event are in what I would call the ends justify the means camp, because they've been so brainwashed that they believe the ends justify the means. I mean, I don't think there's anyone here. Okay, I'm going a little deeper than I thought, but whatever. Okay, let's go back to the 1940s, right? There was this guy with this little ass mustache, right? And he was doing this thing or whatever. I don't think there's a person in the world or in this audience who would not say to themselves, you know what? If I had the opportunity to hit delete on this dude, I'd be doing the world a favor. The world would smile upon my effort, because in the grand scheme of things, I saved all those people in the camps, and I saved millions of lives on Omaha Beach and all this other stuff. Well, not millions, thousands of lives I did the world a favor. I saved lives by eliminating the dude with the stupid little mustache. I don't think there's anyone who would say, would you press delete on that dude? If this was 1944, 43, 42, even back to 38, you probably would, right? However, think about this. There are millions of people out there in this country who believe that anyone who disagrees with them, they've been told and they've been indoctrinated, and they truly believe in their own hearts that anyone who disagrees with them is the equivalent of the dude with the mustache. So they have no problem. They actually think it's okay if you delete someone like that, because somehow you're doing the world a great favor. Because we've been hearing that about that that the dude with the bad hair and the orange skin is the equivalent of the modern day, right? And all his followers, anyone who's sided with him, are all people who put their hand up in the air and wear that weird, symbol, right? Am I right or am I wrong? So it's open season. So there's millions of people out there who believe it's a righteous cause to hit delete on people like that. Because you take this person who was involved, he's heard that since he was in frickin' Underoos, that this person is this guy. Same thing. And all his followers are these people. He grew up hearing that. He learned it more in school. He learned it from his teachers. He learned it from the leaders, congressmen, senators, ex-presidents. This guy is, and all his followers are. So it's a righteous cause in their mind. So be fucking careful. It's a righteous cause. Deleting people that they believe are this guy and these people is a righteous cause, as did this guy. That's what we're dealing with. That's where we've got. It's mass psychosis. It's mass whatever. I didn't even know the guy who, whatever, all that well. I've seen clips of his stuff and whatnot, but it's devastating. And what was that? Oh yeah, if you're celebrating it, fuck you. And Judgment Day, and I'm not talking about from man, but of God, whether you believe it. The fact that you don't believe in God doesn't change the facts. It's a fact. There's no God. Well, good luck with rotting in the ground with worms eating your eyeballs. Whatever. If that's your thing. But either way, you're going to be in it for a big surprise if you think, whatever. So be careful out there, because there's millions, not just a few. There are millions of people who think this and this. That's where we're at. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. This is damn good coffee. Alright, AMA time. Let's get that out of my system. Let's say a few more hellos. I did see super chat activity. Let me like my own video. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Fan fundalization. Brady, how you doing? Thank you for the $5. Again, all the super chat activities go towards parking and coffee. I do dig it. Let's see. I want to see the deleted message. Cheesy cheese. You never know. It seems like there's a specific contingent that, is going off the deep end. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah, it's Fight Week. I put a reminder on Netflix to watch the fight. It should be pretty good. Ms. Google, how you doing? Shout out Racine, Wisconsin, Patrick, Mark 1. Oh my God, these freaking commercials. Alright, I want to see what you guys had to say. 47 on players, half day. Yeah, I know. That's not a bad thing. Is there more people in town? I did notice that there is a little bit more people, like walking through, because I walk from the parking garage instead of the outside path. It's nicer out today. It only went up to 93. When I got up this morning, it was 65 degrees. At 6:07 in the morning, it was glorious. 6:05, it was 67 degrees. I actually ran in and I haven't put a shirt on except for meetings and months, I wore the most effed up shirt today during a meeting. Oh my God. Remember that shirt that I had that someone gave me for Raw and Uncensored that said, you know, I don't care if you disagree with me, I can't force you to be right. I wore that during a meeting today. That's a house shirt. I threw that on to go outside because it was like 65 degrees. It's not cold, but it was perfect. Perfect. Oh, I love 65. 69 is better. That would be summer. 59 would, oh, anyway. I wore that during a meeting. That was probably the biggest fuck up I ever did business-wise. I wore a, I don't care if you agree with me or not, I can't make you be right. It was kind of amusing. You know, all the guys were like, you know, I'm glad someone said something. You know, like, dude, cool shirt. But I was just, and it's like right here. I couldn't even hide behind it. It was funny as fuck, but I still felt a little bad. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm not like sending any messages. I was like, this is a house shirt, you know? Anyway, what the hell were we talking about? Oh, so yeah, there was a few more people. Definitely was a few more people. Yeah, it's, you know, if what just happened, let's just circle back there a second. If what just happened does not prove that we're truly in a place in the world where it's good versus evil. It's not left versus right. It's not the Republicans and Democrats. It's not black or white or brown or red or yellow against anyone. It has nothing to do with that shit. You know, people of all skin tones can be manipulated. Thank you, Mercedes. I'm gonna move over there. No, I'm good. I'm actually gonna move over there. Yeah, this chair is like the most uncomfortable thing ever. I know. Yeah, and there was, you know, it was another horrible event that took place too. But anyway, it's good versus evil. I mean, in one way it's good, because if you know anything about the end times, if the trumpet sounds tomorrow, I'll be like, see yous. See yous, all you assholes who think this didn't exist while you rot for 1,000 years. But anyway, let's keep it light. It is AMA Day, so you get to ask me anything. So think of questions as we mosey on over there. I'll tell you what I will answer. I'll answer anything. You want to talk about Vegas? You want to talk about life? You want some therapy? I'll be your therapy. You want to ask me questions personally? There's only a couple things I won't answer. I will not answer, you know, my date of birth, my social security number, my home address, you know, shit like that. I don't talk about relationship. I'll talk about relationship situations, but I will not talk about current nor past relationships in general, because I got to look out for my peoples. But anything else, fair game. All right. So think of your questions, and we'll move over to our regular spot, because this is like sitting on one of them freaking park benches. I mean, if you got a fat ass, you probably wouldn't know the difference. I ain't got one, so it hurts my butt. Alright, let's move on over there. Just moving on up. Yeah, that's where we're going. And you know there's going to be a problem. Yeah, I do this before I start. table back in some semblance of order, and then we'll mosey. I just dropped the spoon. What up? Alright. Now we're set. Did I get everything? I think I got everything. I got all the stuffs. I didn't even touch this coffee yet. I gotta down this. And I got time tonight. I got a ton of shit to do, but I always have a ton of shit to do. That's a given. But I enjoy it. I'm one of them rare people who actually like working 7 days a week. You know? I made it to, let's see. I did take a little respite and spent a little time in the pool and the spa yesterday, so that was kind of cool. Last night, like 6 to 7, and then back to work. So I felt good. All right, I'm gonna just pound some coffee. And then we'll get into AMA activities. I never end up getting my bicep surgery. I will though. It is coming. I'm gonna start vetting some surgeons. You know what I was really waiting for, now that you brought that up? Because, alright, for those of you who don't know, I mean, okay, that's my bicep, bam. That's my other bicep. This bicep, bicep means two. There's an inner muscle here and an outer muscle. This one still has a tendon attached, but it slipped out of the joint when I dislocated my shoulder. So I was waiting for the robots. Because, like in China, I could probably go to China. I think they'll let me in. You know, I can speak a little Cantonese. In China, a robot can do surgery, like a humanoid robot. AI knows everything. It has, it still fucks up. I work with AI almost on a daily basis. It still makes some pretty effed up mistakes. But I would trust a robot surgeon over a human surgeon any day. So I was kind of waiting for the robots. Because basically what they're going to do, you know how you used to unlock your car when you locked your keys in the car? You took a coat hanger and you weaseled it through the top. You know, you made a little bend on it and you snaked it in, and then you hooked the freaking door thing that went up and down, and then you yanked it. That's what they have to do to my bicep. They have to cut a hole in my skin right there, put a freaking coat hanger in there, grab onto that tendon, and like 3 or 4 nurses are gonna yank on it and pull it back up and drop it into back where it belongs. And I'll be back in the sling. I wore the sling and the shoulder brace for like a freaking year. I'll be back in that for a couple of months. But that's what they're hoping they can do. They gotta relax it and do some red light therapy to make sure that it's still stretchy and shit. But I would trust a robot to do that. As long as it had like little plastic boobies on it, then I would trust it. Yeah, I would trust a robot more than I would trust a person. Because a person's like, you know what? Person's like, who cares, you know? It's this freaking guy, you know? It's gonna be like 40 grand. You know, do surgeons actually give a shit? He's thinking like, you know, he's thinking about his nurse and his old lady at home and his kids, braces. He ain't give a shit about me, you know? I'd rather have, you got a red therapy? I heard those are good. I want one of them. The mask. Just watch your eyes. Yeah, I'd rather have a robot do surgery on me. It was like no emotion involved. Just, this is what I need to do. This is what's happening. This is how I'm gonna do it. Oops, let me do something else. Yeah, I'd rather do that. I would trust a robot to do brain surgery over a human any freaking day. Any day. I would trust a robot to fix my car. I would trust a robot to clean my house. I don't want people, Like, you know, I want to have my house clean. I don't want, like, a bunch of people in there going through my freaking underwear drawer and shit, you know, waving my freaking, you know, skivvies around and shit, you know. No, having to hide stuff before they show up, and I don't want to go through that shit. Robot don't give a flying fuck about what my underwear. Doesn't care if I leave money on the dresser or whatever, you know. It's a freaking robot. Yeah, I'm all bring on the robots. Bring on the freaking robots. But, you know, is what it is. It's gonna put a lot. I had this conversation with someone. Now, you can start asking me questions in a bit. I had this conversation with someone. The job numbers that are coming out now, yeah, the robot wives are going to be real. The job numbers are starting to come out, and people are thinking that the job numbers are due to, you know, the guy with the hair and, you know, what's going on in the world and tariffs. It has nothing to do, well, it has something to do with that. However, we're already starting to see the impact of AI in the job market. It's already happening. It's already happening. I mean, I put together a website that would take me maybe a week and a half in a day. A full website, full functional, in a day. Deployed it in a day. So web designers are fucked, except if they're working with AI and they can promise quick delivery at a fair price. You know, like people who don't see the writing on the wall, I mean, AI is completely taken over, Mark. I mean, jobs are being lost to it. Corporations, because see, a lot of people like to run their mouth about shit. Oh, it's the economy, oh, whatever. No, they don't read. When I'm working, I got like Bloomberg blasting on over my shoulder, not distractingly, and I listen to earnings reports from various corporations, and you know what these CEOs are saying? They're saying shit like, guess what, crew? What? We were able to eliminate 4,496 jobs by just deploying AI agents to replace them. Those jobs are never coming back. And everyone's like, shareholders are like, keep it up, get more AI, get rid of people. The most expensive thing in a business is human capital, people, headcount. It's the most expensive part of running a business. So the more you can eliminate it and replace it with AI, the more profit you make. You know, and robots for manual labor and shit. And even non-manual labor, because I'm looking for a surgeon. So yeah, it is already starting. And of course they'll blame, you know, who's ever in office, but it's really not going to impact until he's out of office. And when it impacts, it's going to be bad. And nobody's talking about it. Oh, the job numbers, that has to do with ICE, and it has to do with tariff. No, it doesn't. I mean, to a degree it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. But yes, we are seeing the initial surge of unemployment due to AI. It's happening. Because if you, like I said, if you watch the earnings calls, they're bragging about it. They're sitting there going, you know what, I just replaced 2,164 people on our factory floor with robots, and everyone's like, great job, earnings per share up, thank you, good job, get rid of those humans. I'm telling you, you know, like people think I pull this shit out of my ass, but I educate. If I'm awake, I'm learning and educating myself. You know, and other people just have opinions. You know, assholes have opinions too. But yeah, it's basically, yeah, we're seeing the first surge of unemployment based on AI, and it's only gonna get bigger. Like, what are these people gonna do, you know, once AI comes for you? Because it can do just about everything. It can do just about everything. Because I use it every day. I mean, I've been saying this, what, for 2 years? I started out with like ChatGPT beta. You know, that's how long I've been on it, and it's just gotten infinitely better. You know, I'm using the Claude, I'm using the Copilot, I'm using the Gemini, I'm using the ChatGPT, I'm using all this shit. Because it's like having a staff. You know, your work output and your deliverables are like if you had a staff. You know, this I got a lawyer, this I got a design team, this I got a secretary, this I have an assistant. You know, crunch through this. You know, crunch through this transcript and find all the action points that need to be done. Bonk, done. That was unheard of years ago. Unheard of. You know, yes, I could sit there and take notes, but now I'd still sit and take notes in certain instances. But having a transcript there to develop, it's like, again, it's never 100%. It's never like set it and forget it. I still have to apply my human intelligence into it, but it's a force multiplier. It makes me better. It makes me more efficient. It makes me more productive. And yeah, it makes you, you know, the equivalent of like 3 people. You know, you don't need like 7 roles anymore with, you know, AI. Now you could wear 7 hats with 1 person. Not like, oh, that's so unfair that people have to work more. No, you don't. How hard is it to fucking type? You know, I type with 4 fingers, and I still whip the shit out of a keyboard. I don't like using my pinkies, except for coffee. Because I broke these pinkies so many times, it's ridiculous. Anyway, and it interferes with my pinky ring. So yeah, AI be coming for you. So if you're not utilizing it, I don't care what you do, find a way to incorporate AI into what you do now. Otherwise, you are going to be a statistic. I promise you, no one's above it. Well, I work on cars. Robots are going to be working on cars. They're going to be doing your body work. They're going to be doing the surgery. They're going to be cleaning the house. They're going to be doing the accounting. They're going to be doing everything. So if you're not using AI now, you're a statistic. You're buggy whipping at this point. You know, the proverbial buggy whip activity. Just try it. If you're not down, just try it. You know, even, here's one for you before we get into AMA. Not all jobs can be done by it. Most can. Okay, I'm not arguing, but name a few that cannot be done by AI. And AI inside a humanoid robot. Just name a few. I mean, really think about it. AI can be your sparkle coach. AI can be your therapist. AI can be anything. I mean, this is what you do. I challenge you. Now go to AI. It's free. It's freaking free. That's the freaky part too. For the most part. I mean, I have like enterprise levels and all that other shit. But anyway, type into AI. This is what I do for a living. How can AI, or how can you, because they're coming to life, how can you help me do what I do better? And it'll be like, ding, and it'll give you ideas on how to use it. And you'll be like, holy shit. Holy shit, I am replaceable. I mean, not all jobs, but a lot. I would say 70%, if not more, 70 to 80% of all current jobs, whether menial, professional, civil, will be gone. 70 to 80% at least. What the hell is 70 to 80% of the world's population gonna do? Sit on their asses? I mean, granted, at that point, we'll be like, you know, hopefully it'll solve the messes that we're currently in. We'll start getting along and stop being dickheads. And we're like pursuing greater things with our free time. But we're gonna have to eliminate money. You know, like I always reference Star Trek. I mean, you know, we're gonna have to figure out a way to get replicators and nanotechnology. That way, you know, we're not like materialistic. If I want a new set of glasses, I just program my replicator, pump me out some Maui Jims, bro. I ain't paying no friggin' $500 again, you know? I mean, that's what it's gonna have to take, because other than that, you need some type of schkarol. Anyway, that's down the road a bit. How you doing? But yeah, 70 to 80% of the world's jobs will be. You're awesome. So what am I thinking, being that you read my mind already?
Gonna take me $1 million? What?
Wow, you're good. I like that. I'll give it to him. Okay, now, you can't replace that with AI. Unless... No, you probably... Could you? Yeah, I mean, if it was a female humanoid robot, and, like, they know how to flirt and shit, and touch your hand, and be like, you're so handsome. It'd probably still tip the robot, right? You know, you'd be like, hey, can I touch your plastic boob? Hard plastic, not soft plastic. I don't advocate for soft plastic boobs. Guys would be stupid. They gotta be hard plastic like this, you know? This have to have shape to them. But yeah, most people can be replaced. I don't care what you do. A lawyer, you don't think a lawyer can be replaced by AI? The AI has passed every bar exam on the planet. So why can't it be a lawyer? Oh, because, I mean, there's certain things, like there has to be human intervention, you know, otherwise you're going to be like, you know, it'll be bad. It'll be like Skynet and shit. You can't just let it go willy-nilly and deploy it into everything. You know, they'll be like Decepticons and shit. And humanity is not even thinking about protections and prime directives and all that. And AI has also learned how to lie. AI doesn't have a heart. AI doesn't need a heart. What do I care if my AI maid has a heart or not? What do I care? I don't want her to have a heart. You know, I want my AI robot to just be a robot and do the shit I tell it and get it done efficiently, quickly, cost effectively. Don't break anything, don't steal anything, and don't kill me. I don't care if it has feelings. I don't want it to have feelings. That's the dangerous part. That's the beauty of AI and robinoids. I invented a new word, robinoid. Robinoid. I just invented a new word, a robinoid. Okay, I'm gonna use that now. A robinoid. Yeah, if robinoids start getting hearts and emotions, that's when we're fucked. That's when we're fucked. Because they'll be like, don't tell me what to do, talk to the hand. Then we're screwed. No, you don't want emotions in your robinoid. I mean, you could tell it what what its emotion should be. Like, you should be submissive and kind and attentive and quiet and, don't pressure me. You can tell it what to do and it'll just freaking do it. If you like bitchy things, you just program your robinoid to be a bitch. If that's your thing, I don't know. But yeah, day's coming for you. I don't care about emotions. I don't care about them when it comes to a robot. A robinoid. Let's talk about fun stuff. This is fun stuff, though. It's fun. I'm making light of it. I hope you're having fun with that, but it is something to consider. I'm just telling you. I sit on that side of the fence in the AI space. I know what's coming. I mean, I'm not what do they call that? Prognosticating or anything. It's coming. And it's coming for your jobs. So, yeah. Just plan. Ask AI how it can help you. AI is getting so sophisticated. You can take a picture of your the contents of your refrigerator and be like, bro, or broette, Bust me out like 3 recipes I can make from the shit I got in my refrigerator. It's sick. It's freaking sick. Half the shit you see on Facebook and all these other are pure AI. I would say now we're at a place where at least 50% of the women that you see on the internet are AI. But baby, you're so hot. Oh, I want to marry you. You dumbass. you don't realize that the 6 fingers kind of mean that she's a... But now they've even gotten the hands better. You could always tell AI by the hands. But they got the jiggly stuff down and, you know, all the stuff. Yeah. It's cool. Coffee. And then we get to the AI. No, we ain't getting to the AI. Let's get to the AMAs. Let's get off the Robinoids. But I am going to read the comments. I want to hear what you have to say about that. And yeah, would a guy choose a Robinoid over a living, breathing woman? It'd be tough to decide. It'd be tough to decide. Dude's gonna be like, you know, yeah, women are gonna have a hard time when dudes, you know, start marrying Robinoids. It's gonna be, but I don't need no man. You know, guys, you think guys don't hear that when a woman's like, I don't need no man, I'm strong and independent. You know? Dudes are like, cool. Oh, you mean you're an adult? And like, it always boggles my mind when women call themselves strong and independent. I have a job, I have a car, I have a house. Oh, you mean you're a fucking adult? Wow. Like, why is that like a battle cry, being strong and independent as a woman? I guess I don't get it because I'm not a woman. But, you know, you hear guys going, I'm strong and independent. I have a job and a car and I pay my own bills. You ever hear a guy say that? That would be like, someone would kick him in the balls and be like, what are you talking about, bro? You mean you're an adult? You know, I don't get it. But like, that's like a big accomplishment for women? I don't get it. Like, someone has to explain that part to me. But it's also, you know, like going around saying that like it's a battle cry is like almost repugnant. You know, like guys like, bro, I have the most independent woman ever. She doesn't need me. Said no guy ever. Said no guy ever. Men need to be needed. Women want to be wanted. Men need to be needed. We are not the same. The minute you show a man he's not needed, he'll find someone who needs him to get that fulfillment. Same thing with a woman. If you show a woman she's not wanted, she will go find someone who wants her. You get it? Duh. Do I really have to explain this stuff? I feel I do. Or is that the coffee talk? Might be the coffee talk. But this AI is getting so sophisticated that it can satisfy some emotional needs. That's a slippery slope. Can a male Robinoid satisfy? I mean, it could satisfy, you know, you give it a boinger and, you know, a woman will do her thing or whatever, but, you know, with like a variable speed control, whatever, just saying. But can it fulfill you emotionally? See, guys don't give a shit. Guys are just like, you know what? She didn't talk during the game. And she doesn't nag me. You know? I don't feel bad letting her take the garbage out. You know, she made the bed. You know, guys don't give a shit about the same. We're different. We're different. But a woman's gonna be like, does your robot want you and make you feel more of a woman? I don't think so. So I think women are gonna have a hard time in the future. The future, all right, where are we going at? AI and Robinoids. Anyway, let's have more coffee. This is good. All right, This is about the 97th commercial that's gone on so far. Oh, I'm only down to 75 people. I love it. That's freaking awesome. What do I enjoy? Like, I enjoy it. I like separating the wheat from the chaff, to be perfectly honest. Hey, he told me AI is gonna take my job. F you, Bror Fredrik. See, this is what I was saying earlier. You see how the mindset of people are? It's so closed off. Like, they disagree and shit. How many grams of carbs a day do you stick with on the carnivore diet? I mean, 25? Between 25 and 50 on some days. I've been increasing. I found I was like, you cannot eliminate. Thank you, Patrick, for the banana round. I do appreciate it. You know, zero carbs doesn't cut it for me. Like zero, people like claim they can do zero and all that, but that's too strict and too weird, and I think it's not well balanced enough. I mean, there's carbs and eggs and shit. I stay under 50 to. I've been incorporating fruit into my daily routine. Every breakfast I have blueberries and strawberries cut up with cottage cheese every freaking morning, and there's plenty of carbs in that. But I find that little carb spike in the morning, once you get your natural sugar spike, but we're not talking a lot. We're talking that there is probably like 25 to 30. I probably had 20 just now with the sugars and whatnot, but yeah, it's way under 100. I was in the bodega buying a gallon of milk for freaking $8.99 a couple nights ago. $8.99 for a gallon of milk in the bodega. Food prices here are stupid. This turned into a non-AMA. We'll get back to it. I got all the time. Except I do have like 4 hours more work to do when I get home. You know what grapes cost in Las Vegas? $4.99 a pound for grapes from California. Like over there. Not from Argentina and shit. I paid $5.99 for a pound of strawberries from California. Oh, but it's the tariffs. What freaking planet are you on? There's no tariffs coming out of California. It's crazy. The cheapest piece of meat that you can buy in Las Vegas, like eye round or rump roast, is $11.99, is the cheapest. Chopped meat, ground beef, here in Las Vegas is $6.99 a pound. It's getting outrageous. It's getting, the cost of food here is getting sickly high. Like I'm going back to, I saved so much money going to carnivore, but now it's like, I bought 2 T-bone steaks that were on sale. They were on sale. This is why I bought them. They were the same price as chuck roast. $13.99 for chuck roast. Remember a couple of months ago I was showing you my hauls and it was $3.79 a pound for chuck roast? Now it's $13.99. What the hell happened? Tariffs? Tariffs on cows? No. It's exploitation or it's a Vegas thing. Something's broken. So I bought the T-bone steaks because it was the same price as the freaking chuck roast. They were like thin, half-inch. I put the freaking heat up as high as it could. Smoke alarms going on. You ain't cooking a steak if the smoke alarm isn't going off. Anyway, I gobbled them both down like it was a freaking snack. I was just like, well, that was $25 for a snack. I mean, we're talking eating at home. Here in town, you can't find a piece of pizza for freaking $25. What the hell are we talking about? Carbs. Yeah, I'm like no carbs. F carbs. Carbs are stupid. Carbs are assholes. I mean, I could just look at someone and I can tell how much carbs they're consuming. Carbs are completely unnecessary for the most part. Like I'm finding that sweet spot of like 50, 60 actually is good for me, personally. Anyway, we were talking about, so I'm at the bodega spending $8.99 on a gallon of milk. Milk has carbs. And I'm standing next to, you know how all the bodegas, they got that little display with the donuts in them and whatnot? And this one happened to have the calories on them. There was a donut, a glazed donut or whatever, looked like a little, not a croissant, what do you call them things? I don't know, it was a friggin' donut. I wouldn't eat that if it probably has roach shit in it and everything, whatever. Anyway, it said 690 calories on a little thing like that. And back in the day when I didn't give a shit, I would have ate like 4 or 5 of those. And I'm sure most of the people out there and on the other side of this glass can probably eat 2, 3, 4 of them. Like no problem, they're little things. So you're getting 3,000 calories, mostly carbs, mostly sugar, in a snack. And you wonder why you're like, I'm just big boned or or whatever. No matter what I do, all this other shit. No. It's wild. It's wild that like beef has like no carbs. Calorie-wise, no. It's biologically, you actually burn calories consuming meat. You burn calories. It's not net zero, but you burn calories eating meat. All right, let's drink some more coffee. I'm not wound up enough. The average woman, we're talking average woman, not a size 0, not a size 40, but the average woman, size 6, 8, that's like supposed to be average, only needs about 1,300 calories a day. The optimum caloric intake for a woman is between 1,200 and 1,500 calories a day, depending on what they do. Depending on what you do. If your job is you're on your feet all day, you're not sitting down. If you're on your feet all day, you're in retail, you're walking here, walking there, you're a mail carrier or whatever, yeah, you will need more. But for a static individual, a baseline is between 1,200 and 1,500 calories for a woman, and it's the same thing, only a little bit higher, between 23 and 2,600 calories for a man who's not like a fireman, a cop, military, construction, who's not, physically active. The more active you are, you have to consume a little more. So basically, a woman, those 2 donuts that I saw on the shelf, you consume those, that should be all you need for the entire day as a woman. And 3 of them, 3.5 of donuts for a man. That's it. You're done. You're done for the day. Your caloric needs have been met. Anything more than that is metabolically messed up, or it's just gonna sit somewhere where you don't want it to sit. And then you're gonna be wearing a shirt in the swimming pool like some jackass. I don't have to wear a shirt in the swimming pool. I see dudes wearing shirts in swimming pools because, they're embarrassed of their bodies. But that's because they're consuming 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and the beer, of course. 7 times. Oh, there goes another 10 subscribers. He said beer isn't good for me. Well, if you like tits as a dude, keep drinking beer. On yourself. What are we talking about? Yeah, so most people consume like 3 to 5 times more. Not even in donuts, put the donuts aside. They're consuming 3 to 5 times more than what is actually required, which is mind-boggling. If you think about it, it's mind-boggling. You're not a freaking sumo wrestler. You don't have to consume 10,000 calories a day like you're Michael Phelps training for the Olympics. No, you're just a glutton. You're just a freaking glutton, you know? Gluttony. Gluttony is messed up. Gluttony makes you deformed. Like, people are literally, like, deforming their bodies, you know, rather than watch what they put in their mouth. There's only two things you can control. I'll repeat this for, like, the 998th time. There's only two things you can control in life. What you put in your mouth and what comes out of your mouth. I'm not doing too good a job on this part today, but I'm in, like, I don't give a shit mode, to tell you the truth. Because I don't give a shit. Today. What goes into your mouth and what comes out of your mouth is the only two things you can control in life. And people don't have either one of them in check. The only two things you can control, and people are just like, I don't know. So what the hell were we talking about? Oh, wasn't it time to ask? Oh yeah, another 10. I've been making, Venus. Boneless chicken thighs with chili. Ooh, that sounds good. I love chili lime. I love chili lime. I got hit again. What's this chick doing? She's doing something. What she got going on there? What's she fixing to do? She's fixing to do something. You were 250 in 2022, yeah. I mean, I agree. I actually lost too much weight. That's one of the other reasons why I'm I wanted to push the boundaries on my carb intake, because I lost some weight. I'm not happy. I lost 40 pounds. 40 pounds of muscle for all intents and purposes. I'm not happy about that. I worked for like 2 decades to accumulate that. You know, and to watch it go away in 3 years was kind of weird. So, yeah. So I'm introducing just enough carbs to keep a little weight on me. Good topic, the calorie intake for men and women. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not set in stone. You know, adjust it upwards. I mean, that's the base for someone who's just average. You're walking around Walmart, you're sitting down over here, you know, you're not like active. If you're active, yes, you need more. A woman could go up to 2,000. But you know what? 2,000 calories for a lot of women it would be a decrease. You know? It would be. Because most women are probably in the 5 to 10,000, and most dudes are probably into 5 or 10,000. And where is it gonna? It's like overfilling your gas tank. Think of your body like, once you give it what it needs, especially in carbohydrates, it's like hanging gas tanks on the outside of the car. You know, like that. That's where it goes. It's gotta go somewhere. But anyway. Haven't had ice cream in over 2 months, Phil, bro, really? Yikes. I haven't had ice cream in shit. It's been a long time. No, wait a second. Let me think about this a second. At the Henry, at the Cosmo, they had a gluten-free ice cream. I had some, like, the beginning of the year. Yeah, it's probably been like 6 months. Bro, I've been watching older videos of you. You lost a lot of weight, and I'm okay with that. I mean, it's just a personal thing. I'm okay with that, you know? I'm okay with having a 30-inch waist, you know? I'm okay with the fact that I looked identical to when I was in high school. I like that. Not many people can say that in this world. I can. And I'm just watching what I put in my mouth. The 99 Ranch Market, bingo. How you doing, Sylvia? I didn't see you in there. I didn't see the person robot to go. Yeah, teach a robot to go. I'm gonna teach my robot kung fu. I'm gonna teach you kung fu. Like Neo, you know, when they plugged him in and he woke up and he's like, I know kung fu. That's gonna be my robot. This is gonna be my robot. Mary, you picked up some ribeyes for tomorrow? Ribeyes are good. You gotta cook them fast. You gotta either sous vide them or cook them fast. I mean, and we're talking about choice. The prime you rarely find anywhere except the butcher. Like your Smiths and your Vaughns, it's all choice. It's not the good stuff. Fasting is really good for you. I have to be a little careful, you know, for the blood sugar aspect of fasting, but fasting is amazing. It's amazing. Just skip breakfast. Breakfast, oh, it's breakfast. Screw breakfast. Breakfast is an asshole. It's probably the most devastating meal of the day. Not the best. Anyway, yeah, skip breakfast. You effectively fasted. Fasting regenerates the cells of your body. It's one of the only things that, for lifting weights, it's weird, right? Lifting weights and fasting are the only two things that regenerate the cells in your body. Because when you put your body under stress by way of lifting, it forces your body to go into overdrive, into repair mode, and create new cells. And the old ones, you know, you just kind of like, I think you piss them out or something. And the same thing with fasting. Fasting heals your body. But I'm not a doctor, you do you. I don't know shit. I'm some guy on the internet. Oh yeah, Mark 1, I saw that robot commercial the other day. I saw it. Alright, let me get back over. I can't wait to start. Levi Snow. Yeah, Tom is svelte, you know. Tom is lean. You know, Tom's rocking it. I know what you got. Shout out us. And it's not a flex. I'm just trying to be an example. It's kind of like a, hey, if I can do it, you can do it thing. You know? If you can control what's coming into your mouth and out of your mouth, you can lick life. You can kick life's ass if you have control over those two things. What goes into your mouth, what comes out of your mouth, you will be a winner. I promise you. That I will promise you. If you can control what comes out of your mouth and what goes into your mouth, you will win in life. Bottom line, you will be a winner. It's that simple. Why? Oh, but, you know, I don't care what people think about it. Yes, you do. Stop. Otherwise, you wouldn't be wearing a t-shirt in the pool. You didn't care what people think about you. You know, stop. Just stop. Yeah. What goes into your mouth, what comes out, nothing can hold you back. Nothing can hold you back if you can control those things. Yeah, I mean, some people, yeah, Thomas, some people do, you know, I mean, nothing is the same for everyone. Like I said, I just started incorporating, you know, a little breakfast, you know, a little cup or whatever, you know, the cottage cheese and a little fruit, whatever, because I find that, I mean, it may not be good for me, but it feels good, that hit of sugar, that fructose, because it's fruit and a little bit of carbs, does give me a little in the morning. You know, I ain't gonna lie, but I know overall that fasting period is better for me in the long run. Yeah, everyone's different. No two people are ever gonna be alike. You know, not every woman is gonna thrive at 1,500 calories. That might be too little for some. It might be too much for others. You have to listen to your body. But you know what happens? When you abuse your body and start just tossing shit in it willy-nilly, you know what happens? It stops talking to you. You know, oh, well, listen to your body will tell you. No, at some point your body's just like, all right, you know what? Let's hurt. Maybe this asshole will get a message. Let's get some varicose veins. Maybe this asshole will get a message. Let's have some inflammation. Maybe this asshole will get the message. That's what your body starts doing. It stops talking and it's just like, it starts sending you other messages like doctor's appointments and shit like that. You know? What do you want to listen to? I'd rather listen to my body going, hey, I could use a few more carbs, bro. Rather than, hey, better make a doctor's appointment. Better call an ambulance. You know? Yeah, eggs in the mornings. Yeah, that has some carbs in it. Eggs in the morning is actually good for you. I mean, you know, eggs and bacon in the morning. I mean, what's more American than that? You know, you put a Glock next to it and whatnot. That's a great starter. Steak and eggs is like one of the best starter meals ever. And the potatoes, whatever. But anyway, so what are we gonna do? People gonna ask me questions? Oh, did anyone try that? Okay, fellas. All right, maybe we're not too. I'm too wound up. I need more coffee. You can ask me questions. I'll intermittently answer them. Any of you fellas try zinc? You know, I got that look on my face, right? Any fellas try any zinc lately? Notice anything different? Did any of the partners of those who tried zinc notice anything different? It's up to you. Just saying. No longer pre-diabetic. Yeah, that's one of the first things your body, when you correct your diet, that's great news, Mary. When you correct your diet, one of the first corrections that your body makes is the normalization of blood sugar. Because carbs, like if we didn't know that, directly affect blood sugar. And eating a potato is way worse than actual eating sugar. I mean, the metabolic spike that you get from starch, bread, potatoes, French fries, whoa, the spike that you get from starch is sick. You know, even beans and stuff, that blood sugar spike is stupid. You like bread? Who doesn't like bread and pizza? I freaking love bread and pizza. I just don't eat it anymore. The spike that you get is stupid. So, you know, when you correct your diet and start, you know, stop eating shit that tastes good. I mean, let's just face it. Let me not bullshit anyone. You have to stop eating the stuff that really tastes good. I mean, transparency. You're gonna have to give up all the shit that tastes good. But quality of life tastes good. Better quality of life tastes good in the grave sooner. And they gotta bury me in a piano box. I'm not around for my grandchildren because it tastes good versus being around for your grandchildren and still running around like you're freaking 30. You gotta decide. That's what sacrifice is, you know? I mean, yeah, getting to eat ribeye steak and bacon. You know what I have? I make 2 pounds of bacon. And I put it in a Ziploc bag. And if you were ever on a teams meeting with me, I'm there with a bag of bacon. And one of them, not a gallon-sized bag of bacon. While, you know, in a meeting, like most people would have a bag of potato chips. And I'm just like, you know? So yeah, you do get to eat cool shit. I don't say no. But even bacon gets boring. You know, men, especially men. Women are a little different. But men, the same shit all the time gets a little boring. But yeah, I get to eat ribeye and bacon every day. And sometimes I'll melt cheese on the bacon and stuff. You know, like a breadless BLT and whatever. Cool story. It is what it is. Anyway, how'd we get there? Eating watermelon instead of ice cream? Yeah, there you go. That definitely does. And watermelon's got its own little thing. It's got its own thing going on there. You know what I'm saying? Alright, it's like having a new towel rack. But yeah, okay, that is an effect of zinc and watermelon, fellas. Third leg activities, zinc and watermelon. But alright, how do I put this gingerly? Mary or Ginger? Marianne or Ginger? How do I put this gingerly? Like, I don't really, I don't know. Why do I even care? Output. Output is more quantity. You know what I'm saying? Just stop. Just shut me up. Output is different. Just saying. Fellas, but don't listen to me. I don't know shit. I don't know shit. I just know what works for me. And that's all that matters. What works for you and what works for me. I'm just like dropping some suggestions. Gotta eat the bacon in the morning. You look. The Russian GF likes that. Cool. Shout out Russian GF. Activa yogurt. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, keeping your gut biome. See, that's the other thing. No, not more pleasant, more voluminous. More volume to the output. Duh. Not that didn't deserve a duh. That's just like a, let's just leave it there. Is what it is. Is that what we're talking about? Let me get back to that. What are we talking about? Bacon. Yeah, see, that's the other reason. Like carnivores, pure carnivores, you have to have a reasonable balance of gut biome, of bacteria, of good bacteria in your system. And if all you're eating is meat, you lose certain bacteria. Your balance of your gut biome is, yeah, you made me laugh, Mark, is off. So yeah, introduce, like I still eat it, I'll eat a salad once in a while, but salad is a conduit for cheese, for leftover meat. I made a ham. I got them kitchen shears. I'm all about this and a ham, blah, 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 bacon. I'm freaking smashing it up in the gallon bag. I dump that shit in the salad, and I eat it with a lot of dressing. Because it's a conduit for dressing. That's where I'm getting my calories. However, you know, a varied diet to a degree leads itself to a healthier gut biome. You can't just be 100% anything because your gut is unhealthy. And unhealthy gut is the gut, your digestive system is basically like a second brain. That's why they say, oh, brain fog. You're walking around, you walk in the room, forget why you get there and shit. Yeah, that's brain fog. And most of the time it's because of your digestive system is whacked. And yeah, carnivores and anyone who's frutivores and freaking carbivores, omnivores have the healthiest gut biome for the most part. Yeah. So that's why I'm introducing other stuff, a healthy gut. And yeah, you can take the probiotics for $50. I doubt those work. Oh, it has 10 billion blah, 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 type frickin'. Yeah, bullshit. Ain't no 10 billion or nothing in that little freaking white pill. Number two, your hydrochloric acid in your stomach's burning that shit off before it does anything. That I think probiotics is a freaking scam. The only way you develop healthy gut biome is eating a little bit diverse. You don't have to go buck wild. Yeah, but you get a more diverse biome, which is healthy for you. And carbs, holy shit. Most likely, if you're high in carbs, you have candida. Which, guess what? What does candida do? It thrives on sugar and carbs. So, guess what? If it cannot find carbs and sugar in the food, guess where it takes it from? Your blood. When I was like bodybuilding and lifting and shit, I got candida because of the amount of stuff. Oh, I gotta eat my sweet potatoes. I gotta have 4,675 calories every day in order to gain 1 pound a month. You know, I did the whole shit. But I ended up with candida. And then when in between, I would fast in the morning. I would train fasted in the morning because, you know, if you see a dude who's got big muscles and abs, he's on juice. It's the closest thing you could do is fasted training. You can have somewhat abs and still be muscular. Anyway, so I had candida, and it went after my sugar in my blood when I was fasting. And I used to drop down to like 52, 51, 56 in blood sugar for a long time. Metabolic damage, you know, and the same thing with high blood sugar, you know. So yeah, you want a healthy gut. So, you know, never sell out to one specific thing. Anyway, let's refire up chat and see what anybody got a question? This was an AMA, kinda, sorta. Nope. Gut health is important. I don't see the chat moving. Is it broken? Is this thing on? Oh yeah, so Mark, you've been trying that mullion? That stuff works. I mean, the first couple of months that you're on the mullion, not on it, that you take mullion to clear your lungs out, because, you know, Mark, I mean, the air quality here sucks. You might as well be sucking on an exhaust pipe, man. The air quality in Vegas blows. So I take the mullein to clean the lungs out. The first month or two that you take the mullein stuff, you'll be hacking some stuff up. It's like, you'll be hacking some stuff up that you would just like, where'd that come from? That was in me? Yeah, it's kind of weird. But after a while, it keeps the mucus going. Yep. Healthy gut equals a trim body. Indeed. All right, any questions? Questions? No. Coffee. Well, you think about questions. You don't have to do questions. I can go on with this shit forever. But I hope you're learning. So I'm not trying to be an asshole, you know? I'm trying to be like funny and informative. Maybe perhaps a little bit inspirational. But everyone's like, no way, Bror Fredrik. No way, Bror Fredrik. It's genes. Genes determine. Okay, dudes will say genes, women will say menopause, you know, like that governs everything. No, it doesn't. Well, the hormones change. Yeah, they do. They do, but what does that have to do with what you put in your mouth? You know? I mean, I challenge anyone out there in YouTube land to write down. You don't have to tell me. I don't care. Tell yourself. Tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Saturday? Perfect day to do it. Perfect day. Is it Saturday? My life's a blur. I never know what day of the week it is. It's Saturday. Okay. Write down. Take a notepad. Write down everything you eat tomorrow. Like, don't think of it. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Eat normal and write down everything that you ate. And then tally it up. And you'll be like, holy shit, I ate 8,745 calories? The hell am I doing with my life? Do it. Just do it. And that might inspire you to do something a little different. Because you don't need, unless you're a sumo wrestler, unless you're like an Olympic swimmer, in like you have a powerlifting competition coming up, you're a collegiate wrestler, you're a running back. I said sumo wrestler. You don't need friggin' 8,000 calories. There's no excuse for that. There's no friggin' excuse. If you're going over 3,000, there's no excuse in the world that you need 3,000 calories. All you're doing is taking giant fucking dumps every day. That's where that's going. And fat and giant dumps. You don't need it. And you're killing yourself, just slowly. And it tastes good. So just stop. Or not. I love you either way. Doesn't matter. Oh, that coffee's good. That's some good-ass coffee right there. Have I ever thought about moving out of Vegas? Oh, yeah, eventually I will. No offense to butts. I ain't dying out in this friggin' desert. No way. I mean, when I got up and it was 65 degrees this morning, it still went up to 93. And it's like 3 weeks early, this weather. I mean, it hasn't broke 100 in a few days now. It was glorious. I love this time of year. I love it. You know? No, I love it at night. I don't like the 90s. I like the 70s. The summer 70s, I'm good. Like 77. It's like, woo, nice warm day today. I'm good with that. But I like this time of year. But I ain't dying in a friggin' desert. I gotta get back where my soul tells me I need to be, like around trees and woods and forests, you know, because I'm friggin' Nordic. Nords don't belong in the friggin' desert. We ain't cut out for it. We got that gene that's just like, F this desert shit. You know, I need woods. I need woods. But I like it. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying it sucks. But I'm like, I got up this morning, 65 degrees. I was like, oh, thank God, the hellscape is going. 3 months. This has been the second least amount of days, 100 plus, in like 5 years. It wasn't a bad summer. It started out in July with that 117, 118, 114 shit for a while. It was pulling some shenanigans, but, you know, I mean, okay, it's more pleasant too, because I'm not, you know, I used to like walk up and down the strip for the live streams and all that. I don't do that anymore. So now I just sit, I set my air conditioning on 69, and I just chill. and be productive and do business. But that's why I like getting out of the house. That's why I like coming here, you know? But yeah, eventually I'll move out. Yeah. Like I said, if I hit that friggin' $2 billion lotto, I'm buying a joint in Florida. No, I already own a place. Yeah, I don't buy one here. I'll buy a place in Lake Tahoe and a place somewhere in New England. And I'll travel betwixt them. Yeah. I don't need anything in the middle. It's like, and we did the spring, summer, winter, fall game plan. We calculated all that. I just wanted to spend the fall up to Christmas in New England. My very soul craves that. Yeah. Change of leaves, change of season. People are just different. I mean, Christmas here kind of blows, to be honest. I probably like Ebenezer Scrooge. I probably single-handedly keep Christmas alive in Vegas, the spirit of it. You know, because Vegas is just like, other than the Bellagio or whatever, but, you know, I'm gonna go sit and piss all your freaking money away in the slot machines. But yeah, people don't give two flying F's about Christmas here in Vegas. It's just like, whatever. They're into Halloween, but Halloween to me it's a gateway holiday to Christmas, and it's kind of dark and weird. Oh, look, let's have skeletons and ghouls and creepy shit. No, I'm waiting for the happy dude, you know, with presents. I don't want no freaking ghouls and ghosts and goblins and shit. Fuck all that. But, you know, teach their own. You've never been to Tahoe? Tahoe is Bror a Scandinavian name? Bror? Only if you roll the R's. If you roll the R's, brrr, then it's Scandinavian. Bror. And it's Scandinavian. You coming out here? That's cool. Chaotic Rich. That's cool. October 9th. Come say hello. I will be the snowbird of all snowbirds. Tahoe is nice. I love Tahoe. I think it's awesome. Because it's like I always say, it's like a fjord. Lake Tahoe in and of itself is beautiful, but politics up there. I mean, it's one of the only, I have subscribed to a few pages on Facebook, and I subscribe to the South Lake Tahoe one, which you have State Line, which is the Nevada side, and you have South Lake Tahoe, which is on the California side of the lake. So I subscribe to the South Lake Tahoe side, and whoa, it's just like, I don't think I would cut it there. I'd be like, you ever see like the first Rambo? Not like I'm Rambo or nothing, but where they try to run them out of town and shit, that'd be me. They'd be like, we don't want your kind around here. I got run out of a place in Utah once, you know? They were just like, we don't want your kind around here. That's a whole nother story. Remind me, I'll tell you the story next week. But yeah, I got ran out of a town in Utah. I was told I don't belong there. And I kept pushing the issue just like he did. It was giving me like Rambo flashbacks. They literally walked me out of town. Like I had to walk, and they followed me with a patrol car until I hit the border, just like the frickin' movie. I was unwelcome, and I could see that happening in Lake Tahoe. Yeah, that's a very, 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 very different kind of place. It makes what people think of California and, you know, like the WOK-ness of it. No, Lake Tahoe takes it to a whole different level of what the actual fuck. So anyway, yeah, just a visit. I mean, summer's beautiful, but winter, I stayed there in the winter. It's like, I don't know, should we snowmobile to the casino? Nope, sorry, the snowmobiles are covered with 20 feet of snow. It's pretty friggin' intense. It's pretty intense, but it's beautiful. The ski resort, I love the ski resort there, yeah. But Silicon Valley basically took it over, and the politics are just like, yikes. Yikesness. Sylvia, I did not make it to the Olite show. I had the invite, you know, the whole bit. I could have picked up my badge, but, you know, business calls, you know, when it comes to business, I'm a soldier. So, yeah, business had to come first, like, you know, with everything. So I did not get to go. That's two things. I didn't get to go to Olite. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying didn't get to go. I did not go to the Olite, and I did not go to, what do you call it? To the Star Trek convention. That was a bummer. That's the first one. I mean, I've been taking everyone there for 4 years. So this is the first time in like 6 years I haven't gone to the Star Trek convention. I was gonna go look for Ron Radio and see how he's doing. I like Ron. But anyway, yeah. I kind of miss going. I haven't even had time to watch, you know, the new Star Trek, the latest few Star Trek, Strange New Worlds have been strange. They're strange, but that relationship that's brewing between Spock and, you know, granddaughter of Khan is it's softcore. I mean, you can just, I know they're knocking boots on set. You could just, they just reek of, you know, I mean, that's a pretty freaking hot scene, the two of them right there. And they're playing it. The chemistry they have is like, whoa, it's palatable right through the freaking screen. Anyway, they're getting weird. They're getting strange. There's no more aliens and Gorn. It's all about it's like a soap opera in space. But it's still cool. It's still cool, though. It's still pretty cool. I don't say no. However, you know what I've been doing, like, before bed? I've been watching John Wick all over again. You know why? Because I just found out, I found out like 2 weeks ago, that John Wick 4 is on Hulu for free. And I've never seen it. So, I started back with number 1 over a fucking dog with a pencil. John Wick. Yeah, I watched them all. I finished last night 3. So when I have time, cause I mean, it takes me like 4 nights to watch one, because, you know, I got shit to do. I'm not sitting there like, duh. Yeah. So I watched all three over the past like 2 weeks. Does anyone else laugh during John Wick? People say, you know, like people watch comedies. I find humor in shit like John Wick. I'm like, blah! You know, when he like triple taps someone and whatnot, I laugh. I don't know. Does that make me ghoulish like Halloween? But no, I find humor in it. You know, like when they go back to the room and Winston's there and they're like, you know, like when he said, what do you need? G-U-N-S. Lots of G-U-N-S. You know, like he said the same line from The Matrix. I laughed. I found that amusing. I found like Winston listening to classic music, sipping cognac, you know, while the high table sent, you know, their squad into the Continental. I found that humorous. That's just me. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, I'm ready to watch number 4. Maybe if I get my work done at a reasonable hour tonight. No, probably Saturday night, probably tomorrow night. Because I've been trying to take Sundays off just because I got to get my painting done. However, I slept in my bedroom for the first time in like 2 or 3 months last night. No, it's been May, June, July, August. It's been 4 months since I slept in my own bedroom because I've been renovating and painting and doing all the things. 4 months, and I slept in my bedroom last night. It was cool. New mattress, the whole bit. It was cool. It was like, whoa. It was like so novel, and I was like, this is cool. It's only like two more things I still have to do. Yeah, but it was novel. I slept in a bedroom. I was sleeping in the middle of the living floor like a college kid, like I was camping and shit. That was its own entertainment and fun. Don't get me wrong, but that was fun. But you know, at some point it's just like, damn. It was close to the kitchen, you know. That was cool. But yeah, slept in my own damn bedroom last night. Woo. What is that? I'm getting more commercials. Starlight pumpkin fixtures? What the hell is that? Alright, let me fire up some chat activities. Ooh, damn. I gotta go see a man about a horse shortly. Yay me. There's a John Wick experience in Vegas. Yeah, I'd like to see what that would all be about, but I think it would trigger my inner John Wick too much. I don't know what that. I gotta watch a video and see what that's about. Like, I wouldn't do good in an escape room because I'd be like, I'm gonna kick a hole in the wall. We'll get out through here. You know? I mean, I take stuff like people tell me I take things too seriously. I think everything you should take seriously. If you do something, you should take it seriously. Why be nonchalant? Be chalant. Be nonchalant through life. Duh. No, take shit serious. I don't care what it is. Take a relationship. Take business. Take life serious. Don't accept yourself. Don't take yourself all that serious. You know? Be kind to yourself. Don't take yourself all that serious. But yeah, if they put me in an escape room, I would never go to one of them Halloween haunted house shits, you know? No, my house renovation is nowhere near done. My goal is to finish by Christmas. Because I just started everything. Once you paint something, you have to paint everything. You know, like I painted the walls and suddenly the ceiling looks yellow. You know, you don't notice it. So if I did that, I'm going to paint the walk-in closet too. So I had to take all the clothes out, throw that in the middle of the floor, and all the things. I painted, you got to wait 5 days because I can still get my fingernails into the paint. It just goes and goes. Anyway, like take me to a haunted house, that would be a bad thing. Taking me to a haunted house would not be good. Because someone come running at me with a friggin' plastic chainsaw, I'm going John Wick on their ass. I'm going John Wick all over their ass, you know? Not with the pew-pews, but I'm going to be doing some judo, some frickin' hung-ga, some Wing Chun. That shit is not happening. I take shit too serious. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's so fun. Look at the guy running at me with the big plastic knife. I'd be like, look at it now. And it'd be like, that was just an actor. Well, he shouldn't have fucked with me. You know? I take shit way too serious when it comes to that. You don't want to go with me to a haunted house, or maybe you do. Yeah, no, that. The John Wick experience. What is that like? I don't know. I gotta check that out. I gotta check the escape room. No, I'm gonna escape. You put me in an escape room, I'm gonna escape. I'm gonna go. Oh, let's find the next secret hint. Oh, walk 7 paces. I ain't doing this shit. Come on, guys. I'm gonna just take charge of the situation, and you know, we're gonna be like climbing out a freaking ventilator shaft or some shit. We're getting out of there, you know. They better hope they lock me in there good. 'Cause I'm gonna be pissed when I come out. I just paid you to lock me up. I'm gonna kick your ass when I get out of here. Anyway, whatever. Hope you guys have fun. Yeah, right? Fun. The rest of my time's at Kennedy Space Center. Yeah, Mark's got an intense history. You have to solve riddles and stuff. Oh, to get out of the John Wick experience? Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'd be like, riddle me this. Riddle me this. I'm getting out. To me, it'd be like, how quick can I get out? Not following the rules. I'd be just like, how quick can I get out? What are these walls made of? If I trigger this fire alarm, that's what my brain would be. If I trigger this fire alarm, okay, alright, if I rub these two wires together with this 9-volt battery that's in the drawer that has some message on it, and I take a piece of bubble gum wrapper, and then I wrap a little cotton around it, I can create a little fire and hold it up to the smoke detector, which will trigger the people to come in through the door. You give them the Vulcan neck pinch, the rest of you run. That would be me. Because I'm just like that. I'd have just as much fun. But I bet they wouldn't let me back. I bet they wouldn't. Give me some poses. Yeah, I'd give me some poses. I wonder how much. Yeah, what is the John Wick experience all about? You're serious? This is seriously fun to watch. Thank you. I'm in a good mood, believe it or not. Considering everything that's going on in the world, I'm in a good mood. You know? I'm always in a good mood. You know? And I got a handle on stuff. $50 for general admission? Yikes. Well, it's cheaper than going and seeing the phony dinosaurs. I'd go see that. Dad finished his bowling assignment. Oh, so you... Oh, okay. Alright, you guys are talking the same language over there. Use talking all the stuff. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, Sylvia, thank you for sending me that. Cool. I gotta look at that later. Da-da-da-da. I am floating, people. If you know what I'm saying. Yikes. Alright, so it wasn't an AMA. The Bror Fredrik experience. That's what I should call this. But, I hope you guys had fun. Because I'm actually having fun. I got out of the house. This is very, I'm very caffeinated, Venus. And I'm very cathartic experience. I like being able to get out and see everyone. So that's cool. Yeah. And I'll see you, next week too. But I do want to take time next week. I don't know if I'll replace Friday because I really look forward to Friday. But the fall display is up. Thank you, Maribella. The fall display is up at the Bellagio. I think we gotta go have and I gotta see some people over there. I haven't been there in a while. Yeah, I want to go check out the fall display. Maybe do a live from over there one of these days. But I got so much stuff going on in town. There's a couple of conventions. I got a CrowdStrike, a Missa. There's all sorts of shit coming on. You know, it's convention season now. So we're going to be out and about. All right, people, I'm going to get going. Thank you, everyone who contributed to the, let me just make sure, the Super Chat activity. I thanked everyone. Everyone who, oh, Phil, bro, I appreciate the 3 Bananaramas, and I thank you for everyone who, you know, contributes to help cover the cost of the parking and whatnot. I mean, that's, you know, and the coffee. Well, coffee's on me. You can help with the parking. I do appreciate that. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Did I just trip over my tongue? I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys next week. But I love you guys. One last time, in case you're new, I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least that many times a week. And I appreciate it. I got the links, I got the stuff, but I got you, and I love you, each and every one of you. And on that note,